going to promote it as multicultural so that all races, creeds, colors, all their babies go and see it. So when a little black girl or a little black boy, whoever's going to see fucking Cinderella, or a little white girl or a little Asian girl, they go see Cinderella, they're going to see this black dude twirling around like Tinkerbell does or Fairy Godmother does and go, that's what that looks like. It's social conditioning. And I don't like the examples that are being set. Black Panther, people had this criticism about Black Panther, but the beauty in that was we seen kings, we seen queens, we seen power, we seen what it takes to have a throne. We seen it was a beautiful story depicted of how true black culture is represented. What did I see years after that? I seen little white boys wanting to see be Black Panther. I seen Black Panther fucking posters. I seen this. It starts changing the narrative and social conditioning. It should, and that's how it's supposed to be, because that's how authentic it is. When you see a Billy Porter giving out the example or giving the what, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but basically portraying that it's okay to be a fucking fairy and not be called, okay, you could be whatever you want, but what's the problem in being called Godfather? What's wrong with being a father? I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, Billy Porter, he always toes the line. I think it was at the Oscars or one of those real prominent awards. He wore something that looked like a dress. He pretty much put out a statement, said he's completely free of change. Like, he wants to do what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be put into a box, SamAnt. So my question would be to you: do you feel like people are being, this is overblown? This is, I should say, outraged for no reason because he's simply doing what he wants to do for a paycheck. What do you say to the people who says, look, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. This is just for a paycheck, to do a movie. I'm cool with me. What do you say to those people?
You be cool with you. I'm going to be cool with what I say. And fuck that. You setting a bad example. At some point, when are we going to start looking at ourselves and realize not only can we not grab a paycheck, but we got to understand the effect that we're having on the people who watch and engage our content. We have a responsibility every time we walk out from wherever we at to come on here to have this seat to do this podcast. So we know, okay, we're going to toe the line of certain things. We got to keep authentic to ourselves because we know who is watching and the impression we're going to make on those people. When you do this and you give the example that it's okay to be called something that you're not. It's okay to be called. It's okay to be a mother when you're a father. It's okay to totally denounce a strong male figure, something that we've never had. And shout out to a Tyler Perry, who we've also gave criticism to, but is out here creating ways to what we're supposed to be looking like. Take care of your business, have his land, create something that's bigger than Hollywood, create for your own. Yeah, that's dope. That's what I'm supposed to
do. Did that excuse Tyler Perry though? Because I was actually going to ask you that question on the back end. Does that excuse Tyler Perry, for the fact that, yeah, he came out with the Madea character and whatnot, the demasculation and all that people say, but now the fact that he, they're saying that his compound is bigger than Hollywood and all these other compounds, and does that excuse him now that he's putting jobs back in the community? He's doing, right by the people of Atlanta now. Does that excuse him from putting that dress on now? Can we now wash that away?
Don't wash it away. I won't wash it away. I hope that one day we can have a conversation with Tyler Perry so that we could talk about that more in depth. But it does not make me look at that man with a disdain or I look at him as a person that I can't go, nah, salute, you doing a great thing over here. It doesn't totally denounce him as a man. Now, I got a ton of questions about that. I do.
Yeah.
I got a ton of questions, but what he's doing out here right now, what he's created, and we've seen so many other people come before him. It's like, yo, why aren't y'all doing X, Y, Z? Why are y'all always complaining here? Why? He took away the middleman and he created something for himself. And what's going to come out of that, I'm very inspired and looking forward to seeing. So I don't totally negate it, but do I give him a pass? A little bit. A little bit. I do. And I'm looking because, okay, if I can sit back and still watch Martin and rock with Martin, and rock with Jamie Foxx and appreciate his genius, both putting on dresses. If I could look at Will Smith for doing what he's done, if I could look at all these people, why can't I look at Tyler Perry, who's made millions off of Madea? And we've given so much criticism, but it's taken those millions and it's flipped it around and it's doing for other people. I'm not going to.
Yeah, I would say, man, I think the image is very important. And given, any other people is different, but given our history in general, especially our history in this country, man, when we see a man, especially a black man, go to the level of Billy Porter, to just go out, you know what I mean, and continue to think that he is, you know, breaking down some type of barriers, doing it. I think it's disgusting to see him, you know, continue to try to make it seem like it's okay. We need to let our children know, like, nah, this is not okay. It's not okay, you know, for a man to be putting on a dress and skirt and being a fairy godmother. No, this is not how we raise our children. We raise our sons to be men, respectable men, and do things that men do. We raise our women to be respectable women and do things that women do. You're not going to cross the line like that and, you know, just go out here and, you know, continue to do this. Now, you can do what you want, but the image and the effect that you have is the most important thing about it. It's more important than the check, more important than you just, you know, saying you're some type of activist, is what the effect that you're going to have on the children that come before you. And I think we all really started to think that way, we wouldn't make the decisions that we made. Now, you talk about Martin, you talk about Jamie Foxx, Tyler Perry. I'm not going to say that we need to let him off the hook and forgive him. I think that he needs to be held accountable and really give us some serious questions on why he did it. Now, it's not going to change nothing that he did it. And obviously he's doing for Atlanta. That's cool. But we're never going to know that whole Madea thing, how much people did that affect. We're never going to know, you know what I mean, if it's even, you know, him now giving jobs back. It's almost like, you know, not exactly like, but a drug dealer. You know, he comes in, he's selling, you know, killed all these people selling dope. Now he wants to go get a community center, start doing good.
We talking about Jay-Z.
I'm just saying in general, like, we really don't know. And, you know, when you got guys out here propagating this agenda, we don't know how many people it's going to affect. So, you know, I guess we have to wait and see with that.
You said something that was very interesting to me. And I know a lot of people are going to take this context and maybe take it a little bit out. They might take it out of line. They may take it somewhere that it's not intended to be. You said that we need to teach our boys how to move properly like men, right? And a lot of people right now, a lot of boys who are now men are going to look at that conversation and maybe broken or maybe whatever they are and go, well, how can you say that? That's the problem right there. We're taught our men to be tough. We're taught our men to do this. We're taught our boys to do this, do that, do that, do that. Listen, we know. We were raised by two very strong men, and we understand little things that have to change as we evolve, going to be fathers and teaching young boys how to do it. You evolve from the person that you were. So you, as a father, you want your son to be better than you, vice versa, vice versa. So obviously there's things that we can evolve in. Conversation. I love how now you got brothers wanting to have conversation with their sons, something that we really didn't. It wasn't promoted to do that. It's okay to wrap your arm around your son and have a conversation with him and see how he's feeling and tell him to give him your feelings so that you can strengthen him up. All of this stuff moving forward is good. Demasculation is not changing the times and changing the culture and opening doors. You're not. You're putting a butt plug in it. Don't do that.
Right.
You're stunting its growth.
Fact.
I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what you're doing behind closed doors. You putting these images out is stunning growth. I'm not saying you don't. My bad. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm not saying you don't deserve employment. Do your thing. Do what you're supposed to do. But when you say, yeah, this is cool, even as a gay man, for you to go, yeah, I'm cool. I'll be called a mother. The fuck are you doing, dog?
And then it shows you could be compromised. When I speak about somebody being a man, and you know, it shows that when you willing to do anything for money, that you might just be compromised. And you talk about the people. You need to have people that's loyal and trustworthy, you know, in your race and your family before anything. We don't want people that could be compromised. And I think that, you know, if anybody comes in and say, look, we give you this, what, you going to get us killed or something like that? I mean, what you won't do, you won't, you know, what length you would not go to because money will move you. I think it's a problem. So, you know, he does what he wants, but we give our critique on that here, and we'll continue to do that. Anybody, especially being a black man, puts on a dress, a skirt, we got to speak out about it.
Nah, because who else is going to talk about and promote positive male masculinity? It ain't anti-gay. It ain't anti-homosexual. It is reinforcement of positive male image. When we sit on here, we're two very proud black men, very proud black fathers, leaders in our community, self-made entrepreneurs, trying to provide a positive image. If you happen to watch us and you under the age of 18, 19, if you 25 or 26, know that two black males who love women and just love being men can be successful, positive figures. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm never going to apologize for promoting positive masculinity on our black males, ever.
Yeah, that's a fact. I think that's a great way, to close that out and segue into the next topic, which is Kanye West.
Whew.
He, was, I think, during the middle of his little Sunday service that he got going on over there, and he said a comment, man, and it sent